We are about to start in just under 5 minutes. So we'll get skaters. We'll do the Flatiron Phoenixes first. We've got number 10, Laura out of my Wayman. 114, Cat Claws. 1190, Ricochet. 1563, Lady Macbeth. 213, Primeval. 22, Penelope Bruise. 24, Angry Topaz. 33, Ivy Profan. 333, Honey Badger. 415, Raspberry Jams. 504, Fleur de Beast. 536, Victimize. 666, Mac Daddy. 69, Jungla. 7, Freddie Mercury Poisoning. 737, Lady J. 818, LA's Finest. 828, Momentum Mori. 9, Feral Cat. 909, Bruiser Von Hammerstein. And then for the Denver standbys, we have 02, Wes Slamderson. 028, Slam Track. 11, She Be Dangerous. 111, Royal Tenenbaum. 14, Green Machine. 1472, Yeety Bird. 333, Miss Enigma. 404, Smack Overflow. 412, Keeper of the Skate. 416, Bashtag. 47, Nikita Chiquita. 514, Butterscotch. 55, Misery Lizness. 562, Cat Possible. 631, Mads Kills. 696, Blasphemous. 737, Savage Sunflower. 8, Jet Set. 847, L on Wheels. And 985, Rougarou. This is going to be a fantastic game today here at the Boulder County Fairgrounds in Longmont, Colorado. We've got 2.5 minutes left. We can thank a few of the sponsors for the Flatiron Faceoff. We've got Skate Rats. Skate Rats caters to roller derby and all kinds of roller skating and skateboarding. Skate Rats operates out of the heart of downtown Loveland, Colorado, and they ship roller derby and skateboard equipment worldwide. They are an incredible local skate shop who is also one of the amazing sponsors. I would say probably every skater out there today has equipment from Skate Rats. They are a fantastic shop. Love going there. Come check it out in Loveland, Colorado. And again, you can order online. Before we get started, we'll also thank our fantastic officials. Without them, none of this is possible. Everything you see is volunteer run, so we can especially thank our officials because it is a hard job. Occasionally tons of paperwork. But we've got our head official today is Stack Trace. We also have Identity Crisis, Ultraviolent Blue, Pterodactyl, Sonar, Zookeeper, Snarkomedes, Cold Gin, Radar, Fern Spike, Bacon the Question, Arson Crafts, Battlin, Radar, Nitro G, Malicious Compliance, Doppelganger, and Milfang Cookies. Test. Test. Test, test. Okay, we're good. All right, for our first jam, the first jammer for Denver standbys is Miss Enigma, and the jammer for BCRD should be Lady J. Lady J pushing out to the very front. And gets lead jam for jam number 1. Lead jammer, excuse me. Miss Enigma is almost out. There we are. Lady J has definitely gotten 1 point. Trying to get on the outside there. And calls it off. Yes, Lady J was able to snag 2 points for the very first jam of Game 1 in Flatiron Faceoff. For jam number 2, Denver Standby's jammer is L on Wheels. And the jammer for Flatiron Phoenixes is 1190. That is Ricochet. L taking the inside, then out. Ricochet out on the in. Lead jammer. Coming around to try to get their first points. There's a nasty 4-wall. Put to the outside, recycled back. Ricochet did get looks like a track cut. Lost lead jam. This is going to be a 2-minute jam. L on Wheels is still trying to get out on their initial pass. Does make it on the outside on turn number 3. Oh, wait. No, that was their scoring pass. Sorry. Anyway, L on Wheels out on the outside. Come to the inside, facing a nasty 2-wall from Flatiron Phoenixes. Real tough wall there, but does make it out for another 4 points. That is total of 8 for L on Wheels and Denver Standbys. Ricochet is back out. Almost makes, does make the short apex jump. And there's a penalty against one of the Denver blockers. Possibly a high block. We have 25 seconds left on this jam. Ricochet is trying to get around that Denver wall. It is difficult. Gets pushed back out, recycled back. L on Wheels attempting to get as many points as she can before this jam ends in 5 seconds. Ricochet is out to get 4 more points. And the jam is over. It is 8-all for that jam in jam number 2. For jam number 3, we have for Flatiron Phoenix's Honey Badger jamming versus, oh my gosh, Smack Overflow for our Denver Standbys. Smack is definitely the tallest jammer player out there for this jam. Pushing, but Honey Badger is able to get out on the inside with lead jammer. With Smack Overflow very close behind. Coming around, meeting that wall. And Honey Badger gets through, calls it off to protect those points. 4 points for Flatiron Phoenixes to 1 for Denver Standbys. Brings us 14-12 going into jam number 4. All right, jam number 4 for Denver Standbys. We've got Yeety Bird skating against, let's see, 2-2. That is Penelope Baruz. Yeety Bird gets recycled out on the outside. Back around. Penelope Baruz is fighting a difficult 3-wall there from Denver. Yeety Bird fighting up at the top against her own 3-wall. Bridging between the 2 walls to keep everybody in play. Such a long wall, they're going to have to start breaking off more. Yep, Edie Bird is able to get out for Denver's first lead jammer. Penelope Bruise is very close behind. The entire pack is skating ahead. Edie Bird on the inside, got at least 2 points. Calls it off. Yeah, Denver standbys got 2 points, bringing us to 14-14. All right, on this next jam, we have Blasphemous for standbys versus Lady J on the Flatiron Phoenixes. Blasphemous on the outside. Lady J pushed out, back around. Both jammers just disgustingly stuck behind this giant pack. Jay getting a little closer on the outside, back to the in and out on the inside. Lady J, lead jammer. Backing around. Blasphemous still struggling against those blockers. Does hand it off to She Be Dangerous as the pivot. Lady J calls it off. Did she get any points? She did get 2. Brings Boulder to 16. Denver 14. Jam number 6, we have Miss Enigma skating again versus 190. That 1190. There it is. Ricochet. We should highlight the jammers for everybody. Enigma on the inside, back around to the out. Ricochet attempting to go on the in, but there's a 2-wall. Miss Enigma is able to get out first for the lead jammer. Coming back around on turns 1 and 2. Ricochet trying to go on the inside, but knocked out by Denver blockers. Miss Enigma is able to get her first 4 points for this jam. Ricochet struggling to stay on the wheels, but recycled on the in. On turn 3 there, back around by Slam Track. Miss Enigma is able to get another 4 points for 8. Oh, Ricochet almost had it on the out there, but recycled back. Struggling to get around that 2-wall from Denver. Miss Enigma is on the in, fighting against all 4 of the Boulder blockers. Ricochet still struggling to get through on her initial. Does pass it to, don't know the skater's name quite yet. That is 114 is Cat Claus. We are coming up on jam number 7. We've got L on Wheels again versus 3-3 and Ibuprofen. No, not 3-3. That is 3-3. Honey Badger, excuse me. Honey Badger does get out on lead jammer first. Zooming around, apex jump on the inside there, is able to get their first 4 points. Badger coming back around, recycled on the outside, going real fast. Tried to do a straight pex jump, but knocked to the out. Standby's Jammers still not been able to get out on their initial, but Honey Badger calls it off. Boulder up 8 points, bringing us to 25-24. Denver Standbys at 25. All right, this next jam. Next jam is Smack Overflow on the outside. Very fast lead. Versus 2-2 Penelope Bruise. Very quickly behind, catching up. Smack's not going to have a lot of time to get points. And Smack calls it by getting 4 points. Yes, all 4 points. Protecting the rest of those points behind her. Jam number 8, we've got Denver Standby's Yeety Bird against Flatiron Phoenix's Lady J. J is on the inside there. There are 2 Boulder blockers in the penalty box, making it a very difficult time for the 2 Boulder blockers left. Oh, there's a trade. Yeety Bird is able to get lead jammer as a result of the blocker penalties. But Lady J is able to get out on the outside, back around. Yeety Bird calls it off, protecting those points. Denver does get 4 points, bringing the score 33-24. There's still 1 Boulder blocker in the penalty box, but there's also a Denver blocker in the penalty box. Equal difficulty walls. We've got Blasphemous for Denver Standbys and Ricochet skating for Boulder. Ricochet out on the inside, getting around those Denver blockers. Blasphemous passes the star to hashtag of Denver, but Boulder calls it before Denver can get close enough for points. Well, looks like nobody got any points that jam. Called it too quickly. Oh, no, there it is. Boulder has 4 points. Bringing us Boulder 28, Denver 33. Pretty close game. All right, this next jam we have Miss Enigma skating for Denver. And we've got Honey Badger skating for Denver, or Boulder, excuse me. Honey Badger skating for Boulder. Badger gets out for lead jammer. Coming up to those walls. Denver trying to protect those points as best they're able, but Badger is able to get around everybody. And does get a penalty, bringing this to a full 2-minute jam. Missy is able to gain 4 points. Oh, but she also gets a track cut with a jammer swap. Honey Badger is able to go back out immediately, or at least the same amount of time. That means Missy is going to come out pretty soon too. That is another minute left on this entire jam. So far, no jammers have gotten points according to our scoreboard. There it is. Missy just got 4. And Badger just got 4 as well. Missy coming back around for another pass. Badger was recycled to the outside, coming in and does a twist on the outside around. Both jammers have gotten 8 points so far. Misty trying to go on the in and then going back out. Is able to get around those Boulder blockers. Bringing that 12 points for Denver. And Badger is able to get on the in for another 4 points, bringing it a 12 all jam. We are 45-40. For Phoenixes, we have jammer Penelope Bruce against L on Wheels. Stand by. We have one Denver blocker in the penalty box, giving advantage to, or one Boulder blocker in the penalty box, giving advantage to Denver. L is able to get out first for the lead jammer. Penelope is fighting so hard, pushing tons of strength on the in. L coming on the out, and through the middle for her first 4 points. Penelope does get through on the in, a little twist back around, trying to catch back up so L can't score too many points. Tiny apex jump, calls it off. Denver does get 8 or 12 points. It's just 8 points. All right, this next jam number 13. We've got timeout, team timeout for Boulder. All right, so for this timeout, we can thank Bootstrap Brewing. They're a kick-ass, independent, family-owned craft brewery here in Longmont, Colorado, where you'll find us making our highly drinkable, award-winning, delicious craft beers. Visit their tap room and brewery in Longmont for live music events, trivia, karaoke, or even a ukulele jam session. Or jams. We also have a website developer helping out, sponsoring. It is Do It Not All By Yourself Web Development. They are web development on a budget that doesn't suck. So if you need a website, check out Do It Not All By Yourself. All right, this timeout is coming to an end here. In this next jam, we have Smack Overflow for Denver Standbys versus Lady J of Flatiron Phoenixes. The penalty box is empty. Both teams at full. Smack trying for the in, but that gives an opening for Lady J to get the jammer. Smack does get out, moving the pack forward. Denver's trying to get to the top to protect their points. Lady J is recycled to the out, calls it off. Getting 3 points for Flatiron Phoenixes before Smack can get in there. 0 points. That brings us Denver 53 points to Boulder's 43. Again, it's a very, very close game. 12 minutes left in this first period. First half, really. Next jam, we've got Yeety Bird for Denver Standbys against Ricochet Nene on Boulder. Goodness, sorry. Boulder. Yeety on the outside and is able to get out with lead jammer. Ricochet Nene on the in, stuck behind a 3-wall. She did take the star hat off, but her pivot is in the penalty box, so I don't know. She probably is stuck with adrenaline. All right. Boulder pivot is out, hopefully being able to help out her jammer, or their jammer. Yeety Bird is coming back around, did score 4 points. Boulder Star was passed to the pivot, and that is 3-3 ibuprofen. Yeety Bird calls it off, bringing that jam 8 to Denver, 0 to Boulder. Penalty box is presently empty for both teams. For this next jam, we've got, I believe, who's that for 3-3? Is that Honey Jet? Yeah, that is Honey Badger. Honey Badger for Boulder versus Missy Nigma on Denver. Missy's trying to get around. Denver offense attempting to help out, but not getting too far. Badger is able to get through for 4 more points, but gets a penalty. That means it is going to be another 2-minute jam for Missy, which in some ways is good, some ways is bad. Definitely is exhausting to try to jam for a whole 2 minutes. Missy does get through on the inside. Missy's coming back around. Denver blockers on either side. We've got Kotz playing offense. Able to help Missy get through for another 4 points. Honey Badger is out. Trying for the in. Too late on the apex jump. Gets recycled. Again recycled to the inside. Recycled all the way back by Shibi Dangerous. Missy Nigma fighting against a 2-wall. Is able to get through for another 4 points. Honey Badger does squeak through on the inside. Able to get 4 more points for Boulder. Goodness. Bleh. Missy coming in, slowing down, but forcing her way through. Badger coming up against the Denver wall. Scooting around in and out. Able to get through for another 4 points. That should be 8 for Boulder. All right, with that jam, it is 16 for Denver, just 4 for Boulder. Do have a timeout. Looks like, it is an official review called by Boulder. This official review is brought to us all by 300 Suns, a wide selection of drinkable craft beers in a comfortable Longmont brewery that inspires good conversation with good friends. Stop by and pair your beer or cider, wine, or local canned cocktail with scratch-made food inside 300 Suns. Pets are welcome on the deck. And it's Colorado. You've got to bring your doggo. Speaking of doggo, we also have Spirit Hound sponsoring. The Spirit Hound embodies this passion for the new and the bold. Inspired by the insatiable curiosity and boundless optimism of dogs, Spirit Hounds are ardent seekers of purity, quality, and, perhaps above all, the best experiences life has to offer. The Spirit Hound never settles. Its nose belongs in the wind, attuned to sense and eager to explore new possibilities. Maybe you're like us. Maybe you, too, have the same insatiable appetite for discovery. So check out Spirit Hound. We can also thank Long's Peak Pub. If you're thirsty, if you're thirsty, Boulder's got you covered. Mountain Sun has been serving up craft beer, great food, and good vibes since opening their first pub on Pearl Street in 1993. Long's Peak Pub, their Longmont spot since 2014, carries on that tradition with jumbo wings, burgers, wood-fired pizzas, hand-cut fries, and plenty of gluten-free, vegan, and vegetarian options. with 21 Mountain Sun ales on tap, a dog-friendly patio, and their own seltzers. They're our official seltzer sponsor. Longs Peak Pub is downtown Longmont's favorite. Got a little bit more, but our jam is back. We've got L on wheels for the Denver standbys against, I should recognize this jammer by now, 2-2. That is Penelope Bruce. Does get out on the inside. No pass, no penalty. So she is not the lead jammer. That means L on wheels is the lead jammer. Elle is able to get through, fighting her own blockers a little bit. Penelope right behind her. Elle with 4, Penelope with 4 as well. All right, Elle through. 4 more points. Penelope coming from the outside around slam track. Another 4 points for Flatiron Phoenixes. Elle recycled from the inside. Trying to get around on the outside, but Primeval knocks Elle out and recycled far back. Penelope coming in from the inside. Attempting to get around those Denver blockers. Elle is able to get through on the out. 4 more points. 25 seconds left on the jam. Oh no, Penelope did get a penalty. Big advantage for Denver as a result. Elle through with another 4 points, bringing that to 16 points. Penelope looks like only was able to get 5 during this jam. They are going to end this jam after the 2 minutes. Denver does get a heavy advantage because Boulder does not have their jammer. Penelope will start from the penalty box. All right, smack overflow, jamming for Denver. Boulder blockers are trying to stay on the top to protect points, but Denver blockers were able to play great offense. But smack overflow is fighting, pushing hard against currently a 2-wall, knocked out on the in. Penelope is out from the penalty box, also pushing very hard against blockers. She had taken off the star, but did not pass it off. Smack overflow calls the jam. No points awarded on that jam. All right, jam number 18 and 5 minutes left of this first period. We've got 737 jamming. That's Lady J, of course, against Yeety Bird on Denver. There's 1 Denver blocker giving an advantage to Boulder. Lady J on the outside, but recycled back with a bridge. Yeety Bird fighting against the 3-wall. The small bridge to keep. Ooh, Lady J bridged way far back, fighting that Denver wall. Yeety Bird is out with lead jammer for this jam. Penalty box is now empty. Lady J does come out on her initial pass. Yeety Bird did get some points, calls it off. Probably 2 points if I had to guess. Oh no, all 4, excuse me. Must have gotten recycled. Boulder did not manage any points that jam, unfortunately. Currently we have 97-58, Denver up. Got Missy Nigma skating for Denver standbys against Flatiron Phoenixes. Ricochet, I think. Yeah, it should be Ricochet. Ricochet on the in is able to squeak by those Denver blockers. Let me see. Recycled back. Got some pretty good offense by the Denver blockers, but stopped again by the Boulder blockers. Ricochet out. Believe, yeah, Ricochet should be lead. Miss Enigma is out on their initial, but Ricochet calls it off. It is 4 points up for Boulder. Denver did not get any of that jam. All right, this next jam, we've got L on Wheels skating against Honey Badger. Honey Badger has had pretty good luck this game, getting points. Let's see if she can keep it up. L on Wheels on the outside, Rick in the middle, or sorry, Honey Badger in the middle. Does get out for that lead jammer. L is stuck. Did take the star off, but is not passing it. L does get through for their initial. Honey Badger is in the middle. Does get out for 4 points. And calls it off to protect points. That was a great jam for Honey Badger. Next jam, we've got Penelope Bruise. Hopefully rested after that double jam earlier against Smack Overflow. Got a timeout called by Denver. Looks like an official review if I am reading this. Yep. All right, for this official review. Oh, yeah, Longs Peak Pub. A little bit more. If you mention Boulder County Roller Derby this weekend, if you're in Boulder and Longs Peak, Longmont, excuse me. If you mention Boulder County Roller Derby this weekend, you get a free 5-ounce beer taster or small French fry for your table. They'll be hosting our Saturday night after party. So if you weren't able to make it to this first game, you could come up later tonight for the after party and get that taster or small French fry. Again, that is Longs Peak Pub. All right, let's see who else we've got. Our live stream sponsor. The reason you are hearing this at all right this moment, let me double check. That's Peitzer Productions. At Peitzer Productions, we specialize in dynamic, high-quality live video productions, multi-camera setups, live graphics, and flawless live streaming. We turn your event into a broadcast-ready experience, whether it's corporate conferences, concerts, live streaming, or, of course, derby events. Let us handle the tech. You focus on the moment. So if you've liked what you've been seeing today, we can thank Peitzer Productions. All right, looks like this official review it's almost over. Another tournament sponsor for this weekend is Saps Nature's Sports Drink. Saps is nature's sports drink, inspired by the idea of turning... Oh, let me not get too far because that official review is coming to an end. Looks like Denver did not win in their review. All right, again, we've got Smack Overflow against Penelope Bruise. Smack trying for the outside, but recycled out. Penelope is out for the lead jammer. Smack did get a penalty, so there's a significant advantage for Boulder County. Boulder does have one blocker out as well. Penelope is able to get around, but is knocked out at the last minute. Has to come back through the walls one more time. Her offense does help her out and is able to get 4 points. Smack. Okay. Oh, smacked down on the in. Penelope Bruise coming out. That should be 8 points up for Penelope and Boulder. Smack does get a second penalty this round, a track cut. There we are. We're back. Sorry about that, folks. Little technical difficulties. Can't always be perfect all the time. Penelope is about to get 12 more points. Fighting through all of these blockers. Calls it off at the end of the jam, or the jam rather, ends. We have 15 seconds left in this first half. Not sure we're going to be playing another jam, but they're lining up. Here it is. We have intermission. Okay, with this intermission, we will be back in about 14 minutes from now. So go to the restroom, get a drink, and we will be back in about 14 minutes. Back, everybody. We are first jam of the second half. We've got Lady J skating for Boulder County, getting out with her lead jammer. Smack Overflow is jamming for Denver Standbys, is starting in the penalty box, giving a significant advantage to Boulder. Lady J has to fight against all of these blockers. Almost out on the inside. Getting told to call it by her team, but does not. Still tries to get through. Still doesn't call it. Smack is out. Fighting against the Boulder walls. Goes down on the inside. Lady J is in the back against the 3-wall. Push to the inside. Smack Overflow does come out. Lady J calls it off. Or that is the end of the jam, rather. For Boulder, we've got Ricochet jamming against Denver's Miss Enigma. There is one Denver blocker in the penalty box. Jet Set. That is a definite disadvantage for Denver's walls. We'll see if Ricochet can take advantage of this. Comes out first. Scooting around on the inside. Shibi blocks her. Ricochet coming back to the out. But Miss Enigma is able to get out on the inside with lead jammer. Ricochet is catching up very quickly. Coming out on their initial. The whole pack is pushing real fast. Missy does call it off. Does gain 2 points. Boulder did not get any of that jam. For this next jam number 3, we've got Honey Badger versus L on Wheels for Denver. There are no penalties currently being served. Ricochet pushing to the outside. Great advantage by the Boulder blockers on offense. L having a difficult time, but just now manages to get out for their initial. Ricochet coming around. Does get 4 points. Told to call off by their captain, Pixie. Return coach? I'm not sure. Another Denver skater, Pixie. Fantastic skater. Next jam, we've got Denver's Yeety Bird against Penelope Bruise on Boulder. Flatiron Phoenixes. Denver's taking the top. Coming back. Penelope Bruise trading places with Yeety, in and out. Penelope on the inside. Yeety trying to scooch through the middle. Penelope's in the back, being pushed to the out. 2-wall by Denver. Pushed down in the middle on the in. Yeety Bird scooching back, stuck behind a difficult 3-wall from Boulder. Penelope does manage to force her way through, getting lead jammer. Yeety Bird still stuck behind. She did take off the star hat, did pass it to She Be Dangerous. Penelope Bruise on the inside, able to get 4 more points for Boulder. She coming out. And Penelope calls it off. Boulder able to snag 4 points that jam, bringing us to 99-89. Jam number 5 for second half. got Blasphemous getting against Lady J. There is Cots in the keeper of the skate for Denver in the penalty box. Big advantage for Boulder. Blasphemous trying to get out on the inside, but Lady J scoots around on the out, getting lead jammer. Cots is able to come back out. Denver full force. Blasphemous out on their initial. Lady J on the out, fighting, scooted around to the inside and calling it off before Blasphemous can score points. 4 points up more for Boulder, 99-93 Boulder. Boulder is trying to sneak their way to get closer. We'll see if Denver can hold them off. This next jam has Miss Enigma versus... I think that's Ricochet. Yes. Ricochet on the out to the mid. Miss Enigma out on the inside. Lead jammer. Ricochet is catching up on their initial. Pack is racing ahead, coming to slow. Missy out on the in. Did score 2 points to that jam. All right, this next jam has no penalties for blockers. We have Smack Overflow skating for Denver against Honey Badger for Boulder. Honey Badgers shoving forward. Super strong to get that lead jammer. Smack on the inside down, being recycled just a little bit. Did take off the star, but did not pass it to their pivot. Sorry, that was Denver. Honey Badger in the back facing a 3-wall. Was a 4. Honey Badger scooted around to the inside to get 4 points. Smack is now through, replacing the star. Honey Badger does scooch through. Uh-oh. Did have a jammer versus ref action. Unfortunately. Both slow to get back up. You seem all right, though. They're in good spirits. Maybe assessing if that was a penalty or not. Is an official timeout. We can thank another tournament sponsor, El Dorado Spring Natural Water, keeping our water bottles full. El Dorado Springs' mission is to create a better life for their customers by providing a high-quality natural spring water, fostering community engagement, and promoting sustainability. This commitment involves delivering the world's best water, investing in environmentally friendly practices like used recycled plastic and solar power, and actively supporting local nonprofits and customers within their service area. Thank you, El Dorado Natural Spring Water. Looks like all skaters, stripes or otherwise, are back up and skating. We've got number 2-2 Penelope Bruce for Boulder skating against Elle on Wheels. Elle is a little further, but Penelope is through on the outside. Zooming around, Elle on Wheels close behind. That is a very fast pack. Boulder has the pivot in the penalty box. jam is called off. Denver scoots by with 1 point. 2 Boulder 0. Very fast jam. All right, this next jam we have Lady J skating for Boulder and Yeety Bird skating for Standbys. No skaters in the penalty box. Oh, it was Lady J switching. Oh, no, sorry. There is a penalty. Penelope Bruce is in the penalty box, giving a significant advantage to Yeety Bird. He did get out as lead jammer. Penelope Bruce is standing. Now is back. Yeety Bird did get 2 more points. 3. Penelope's through. Replacing her star, their star. Yeety Bird calls it off. Bringing that jam. Be 4 points to Denver, 0 for Boulder. All right, Lady J is now back up versus Blasphemous. Standbys. Boulder does have 1 penalty. Their pivot in the penalty box. Lady J is on the out, attempting to do anything with that Denver wall. Blasphemous fighting a 2-wall up front. Lady J does get a track cut. Getting a power jam for Blasphemous, who did now get out on their lead jam status. Around for points. There's 1. Denver Blackers get that offense. A little bit by KP. Blast going from the in to mid. There's good offense. There we go. Blast on the out. Trying to get in and around. Nikita successfully playing offense to get Blast out for 4 points. Lady J has returned to play and is through on their initial. Blast back to fighting that Boulder wall. Calls it off to protect 4 points. Denver got 6 points to 0 on Boulder. Bringing us 112 to 99. Next jam. Jam number 11. We've got Miss Enigma against Ricochet. Miss Enigma trying the inside, recycled back. Ricochet trying the out. Got a very strong 4-wall to fight against on Denver. Ouch. 2 Denver penalties for their blockers, which allows Ricochet to get out on the lead jammer. Missy Enigma is still struggling, but manages to get out on the outside. Ricochet also coming out on the outside, calling it off after gaining 4 points. Jam number 12. Got two Denver blockers in the penalty box. Hashtag is standing though. We've got Honey Badger skating against L on Wheels. Honey Badger has done, again, real well. Probably going to do it again. Nikita attempted to catch up, was unable to, but L is also quickly behind. Both Denver blockers are back out. Honey Badger calls it off. Denver does get 1. Boulder got 3 points. Denver at 113, Boulder at 106. Boulder has been able to bring the point spread back under control. We'll see what they can do with it. And we'll see if Denver can fend them off. We do have an official timeout that has also ended. All right, we have Penelope Bruise for Boulder against Smack Overflow on Denver. Both on the inside trying to push each other. Oh, both are stuck against all blockers. Penelope comes on the outside. Smack does get out. Oh, with a penalty. Track cut. Penelope Bruise gets a power jam. Denver blockers are up at the top. Penelope out. And recycled out. Come back to the in. And does get 4 points. Doing a quick twist on the inside. Two blockers, one from each team, sitting in the penalty box. Smack Overflow standing now. Penelope Bruise another 4 points. Smack Overflow rejoins play. Holding the star. Penelope Bruise coming in. Nice hit. Does get knocked to the ground. Push to the out. Smack able to tiptoe out on the inside, replacing the star. Pouncy box is empty. All blockers return to play. Penelope calls it off. Able to snag 12 points for Boulder, changing the lead. 118 Boulder, 113 Denver. L on wheels skating for standbys. Lady J skating for Phoenixes. Timeout, Denver, team timeout. Probably trying to reassess what they want to do next. Another tournament sponsor we can thank is Hoplark. We are what happens when you brew tea like a craft beer. Unexpected, yet surprisingly familiar. A new way to experience hops. We're bold, refreshing, and a bit unusual. Precisely how we like it. All right, all the players have returned to the track. Very, very fast timeout. Looks like we're going to take a quick breather there just to get our wind back. As always, all derby skaters are smiles and having a great time. Lady J on the inside, behind the Denver wall, scooches to the out, back to the middle. L up front, but Lady J scooches out to get the lead. L passes the star to She Be Dangerous. Denver's pivot. L on wheels, out on the outside, getting 4 points, calling it off to protect those points. Well, that team timeout for Denver didn't quite do what they were hoping. Boulder up 122 to Denver's 113. Yeedy Bird skating for standbys against 19 Ricochet Nene. Penalty box empty. Shenane on the in, but tripping over a fallen teammate. Birdie out on the inside with lead jammer. Shenane stuck in the back, but able to get out on the outs. Almost knocked out by Slam Track, but not quite. Birdie is back. Denver's trying to play some offense as Shenane comes through. Gets knocked down by Slam Track. Shenane out with 4 more points. Birdie should still be lead jammer. Yep, calls it off. Seven points for Boulder, 4 for Denver. Boulder still taking that lead back, and they are owning it. Denver has 1 blocker in the penalty box, but they are standing royal. Miss Enigma is skating for Denver. Jammer versus Honey Badger for Phoenixes. Pushing, gets by those Denver blockers. Missy on the inside, taking the hat off, but recycled back by Primeval. Badger out on the inside, almost falls down. Oh, does get a track cut. Shibi is taking the star as the pivot for Denver. Shibi coming on the inside and gets through. Getting 4 more points for Denver. This might be Denver's opportunity to take it back. Honey Badger standing in the penalty box, about to head out. We have another minute left on this jam, as Badger was lead jammer when they were penalized. Badger trying to get around that 4 wall. And does on the inside. Shibi through. 4 points for Denver. Let's see if Shibi can keep it up. Honey Badger is zooming up on Shibi's back. Shibi out on the out. Honey Badger trying to go back on the inside. And is through. 4 points for Boulder, bringing in an 8-8 jam. Shibi pushed out on the outside on turn 2 there. Honey Badger back through. Honey Badger's been doing an amazing job getting through the Denver wall. And there she does it again. And that's the end of the jam. Boulder up 12, Denver 10, bringing us 141 to 127. Boulder up. Whew. Definite change in pace between the first half and the second half here. 9 minutes, 20 seconds left on this period. We'll see what happens. It is crazy. L on wheels skating for Denver. Tiptoeing on the outside, managed to keep it and gets lead jammer against Penelope Bruise on Phoenixes. L falls out. Penelope Bruise managed to get 1 point. L. Did L get any? Oh no, she did. She got 3. So I missed the hand of the ref. We have a timeout for Boulder. No, official review for Boulder. All right, this official review. We've got, let's see, Solana Studios. At Solana Studios, we are passionate about our community. We love and adore our clients. Providing high-quality, hypoallergenic jewelry is our jam. Whether it's permanent jewelry, fashion jewelry, or piercing jewelry. We also love helping clients find their own unique personal style. We can curate a look for you and love doing it. We also offer micro-channeling in the studio, which is a great way to induce collagen and elastin production. It's great for face, scars, and stretch marks, even can help with hair loss and literally regrow thinning hair. We will give you the glow you never knew you needed. Let us adorn you at Solana Studios. And of course, you can't forget, back to the beginning here, we've got, again, skate rats protecting all of our skaters, keeping us rolling on literal wheels. Skate rats, they cater to roller derby and all kinds of roller skating and skateboarding. If you do park skating, if you skateboard, if you speed skate, whatever skating, if it's got wheels, they can hook you up. Skate Rats operates out of the heart of downtown Loveland, Colorado, shipping roller derby and skateboard equipment worldwide. So even if you're listening to this in Australia, you can buy from Skate Rats. Incredible local skate shop who is one of our amazing sponsors for Boulder. Looks like the referees are done talking about whatever it is they're reviewing. Don't know. We're up on the second floor, so it's hard for them to get to us. There's a thumbs down from Stack Trace. Whatever it was, didn't work out. All right, this next jam we have Blasphemous on standby, skating against Lady J from Phoenix's. No penalties in the penalty box. Last on the in, Lady J out through the center with Lee Jammer. Blast not to the middle, coming to the out, trying to get around. Lady J slamming into that Denver wall. Kotz is down. Nikita almost knocks Lady J to the mid. Lady J does bonk into Blasphemous, who did get out, and Lady J calls off the jam with her 4 points. Boulder is up 146 to Denver's 130. With 8 minutes left, it still could change, or it could just get better and better for Boulder. We've got Yeety Bird skating for Denver standbys. Yep, there would be a timeout. Timeout blue, Denver standbys. Let's thank Bootstrap Brewing for sponsoring. Again, they are a kick-ass, independent, family-owned craft brewery in Longmont, Colorado. You can find them making making highly drinkable, award-winning, delicious craft beers. You can't come to Colorado and not enjoy craft beers. Visit Bootstrap Brewing's tap room and brewery in Longmont for live music, events, trivia, karaoke, and even ukulele jam sessions. You can watch jams now, and you can get jams later. This timeout is coming to an end. All right, our jammer for standbys is Yeety Bird. Jammer for Phoenix's is Ricochet. Shenane on the inside, battling a powerful 3-wall, but pushing hard. Yeety Bird just in front. Oh, but they switched places. Shenane is out on the outside with Lee Jammer. Yeety Bird stuck behind. Oh, did get through. Shenane back on a 3-wall in the back. Being told to call and called it off. Did Yeety Bird get any points? 1. 1 point for Birdie, 0 for Boulder. Brings us Boulder 146, Denver 131. Next jam for Phoenixes, we have 333 Honey Badger versus 333 Miss Enigma. Look at that. I did not realize that. We have another timeout. It's like an official timeout for something. Not sure what. Couldn't tell you the hand signals. Oh, we do have the Boulder Jammer is in the penalty box. Giving a power jam to Miss Enigma. Miss Enigma coming up on the in, going mid, back through the inside, getting lead jammer very fast. We'll see what this jam is going to do to the overall game. This could be a big one. Missy coming in against that 4 wall. Out to the inside. And around mid. Out for 4 points for Denver. Ricochet is back out on the track. Coming up. See if she can get out on the initial. Missy back through from 4 more points on the outside. Brings us 8 for this jam. Ricochet through for their initial. See how quickly Missy can get points. There's 3, 4. Calling to defend those points. There's 12 points. Bringing us super close. 146 Boulder, 143 standbys. Penelope Bruce is up for the Phoenixes, skating against L on Wheels for standbys. Penalty box is empty. Here we are. And we're back. L is pushing Penelope Bruce in the back. Recycled from the inside. Back by Slam Track. L on Wheels pushing. There is a bridge of 3 skaters. L on Wheels out for lead jammer. Penelope Bruce stuck in the back with a pocket. Trying for the inside this time. Pocketed again, but knocked out. L on Wheels did get 4 points. Penelope Bruce back on the inside. Did get through. Was able to get out on their initial. L on Wheels calling it off after 8 points. Lead change back in Denver's favor. 151 Denver, 146 Boulder. Ooh. 4.5 minutes left in this game. It is still anyone's game at this point. We are back to our 3-3-3 jammers all around. Miss Enigma standbys versus Honey Badger on Phoenixes. But Honey Badger is able to Honey Badger her way through. Out on lead jammer. Miss Enigma shortly behind, trying to catch back up. Pack is moving forward. Trying to fight against that. Fearsome Honey Badger. Probably 3 points. 2 points. 2 points for Honey Badger and the Phoenixes on that jam. Denver did get 3 on that jam. Did miss that. Both teams inching their way higher and higher. Lady J for Phoenixes skating against L on Wheels on standbys. L on the out, fighting against a 4 wall. Lady J scooting in the outside, swiping that lead jam away. L stumbling, but able to find her wheels. Lady J coming around for scoring pass. Able to get 1, 2, 3, 4 points, calling it off before L can catch back up. This almost changes our lead again. Denver's 154 to Boulder's 152. It's a very intense game. It's a very, very beautiful matchup. Boulder does have one penalty right now. Looks like a blocker. Yeedy Bird on Denver is skating against Ricochet on Boulder. Whatever I said before. Yeedy Bird, Denver. Ricochet Boulder. Ricochet recycled on the inside back. And a penalty for Ricochet getting a power jam. Power jam for Yeedy Bird. Yeedy Bird scooches back around that Denver blocker, getting lead jammer. Slowing down, going to the inside, to the out. 2-wall for Yeedy. Fighting against. Oh, now a 3-wall. Oh, so disheartening. Oh, but she is able to get through. 4 more points for Denver. Ricochet is now back out. That was just slowed down enough against Yeedy Bird. Ricochet back out. Getting another penalty. It's great for Denver. Boulder has 4 blockers. Let's see if the blockers can defend. Yep, they knocked Birdie to the inside. And recycling her Birdie all the way back around to turn 3. 4-wall Denver offense coming in to help. Ricochet return to battle. Shanene on the outside, but knocked out by She Be Dangerous. Recycled behind the wall. Back to turn 4. Shanene did. Shanene tried to get around on the outside, but knocked out on the end of the jam. Great jam for Birdie, bringing Denver to 166, Boulder 152. Time out called for White. Do you need a website? If you do, do it not all by yourself. There's a website developer. They can help you if you're on a budget and help you make a website that just doesn't suck. Do it not all by yourself. We'll get you that website. Whatever website you need to reach. Let's see. These last few minutes are intense. Oh, no. Last jam. Sorry. Last jam. The last jam. 6 seconds left of this game. What is going to happen? All right, here we are. We've got our jammers 3-3-3. Both Honey Badger and Miss Enigma. Turned into an official timeout. That is now over. All right, here we go. Jammers are kind of on the inside there. Badger fighting for the out. Missy on the in. Missy almost got it. Badger out on the out. Missy on the out. Oh, that Badger got it. Snuck by on the inside. Lead jammer. It is all up to her. Denver's got to protect their points if they're going to keep this win.